Long before kingdoms learned to measure time by clocks and calendars, the sky ruled the fate of the world. Every star carried a memory, every constellation guarded a secret, and among them all, one star shone brighter than the rest, not because it burned stronger, but because it chose to love. Her name was Aurelia. She was known across the celestial realms as the Princess of Stars. Aurelia was born on the night when the heavens aligned in a way unseen for 1,000 years. The moon bowed low, the constellations rearranged themselves, and a silver comet split the sky like a blessing carved in light. In the crystal palace of the sky realm, the Star Queen held her newborn daughter and wept, not out of fear, but out of knowing. For the ancient prophecies had spoken clearly. She who is born of starlight shall one day choose between the sky and the world below. Her heart will decide the fate of both. Aurelia did not cry as an infant. Instead, she gazed upward, as though she already recognized the stars as family. Her eyes shimmered like galaxies in motion, deep and endless. Wherever she crawled, soft constellations appeared beneath her hands, glowing briefly before fading into the marble floors of the palace. The Star Queen, Selethra, ruled with wisdom older than time itself. She governed balance between light and darkness, fate and freedom. She loved her daughter deeply, yet raised her with restraint, knowing affection could not shield Aurelia from destiny. From an early age, Aurelia was trained in celestial arts, reading the language of the stars, weaving starlight into shields and healing, listening to the cosmic winds that carried whispers from distant worlds. But Aurelia's greatest gift was not her magic, it was her compassion. While other celestial beings observed the mortal world from afar, Aurelia watched closely. She saw farmers praying under broken skies. She saw children wishing upon stars that could never hear them, and each time her heart ached. "Why do they suffer so much?" she once asked her mother. "Because suffering teaches them who they are," Selethra replied gently. Aurelia lowered her gaze. "Then why does it feel wrong to watch and do nothing?" The Star Queen had no answer. The mortal realm, known as Ilarion, was forbidden to celestial beings. Long ago, interference had nearly destroyed the balance of existence. Since then, the sky realm remained distant, watchful, silent. But Aurelia disobeyed. At 16 cycles of the stars, she slipped through a veil of moonlight and descended to Ilarion for the first time. What she found shattered her. The land was once lush, but now fractured by endless wars. Kingdoms fought over dwindling resources, and shadows crept where hope once lived. The skies above Ilarion were dull, their stars faint, as if the heavens themselves were losing faith. Disguised as a wandering traveler, Aurelia walked among the people. She healed the sick quietly, restored dying crops with hidden starlight, and listened to stories of loss and longing. It was there she met Kale. He was a fallen knight, stripped of title and purpose after refusing to follow a cruel king's command. His armor was battered, his eyes heavy with regret, yet his spirit burned with quiet defiance. "You look at the sky as if it speaks to you," he said one night as they shared a fire. Aurelia smiled softly. "Sometimes it does." Kale laughed. "Then ask it why it abandoned us." That question haunted her. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Aurelia returned to the sky realm only in secret, always drawn back to Ilarion and to Kyle. With him, she learned what it meant to be human: fear, hope, love. Kyle did not know who she truly was, only that her presence made the world feel lighter. He spoke of rebuilding Ilarion, of protecting those who could not protect themselves. "You still believe in a future," Aurelia said once. "Someone has to," Kyle replied, "even if the stars have turned away." Her heart trembled. Against every law of the cosmos, Aurelia fell in love. But the stars were watching. Beyond the edges of creation existed the void, an ancient force that fed on imbalance. It had waited centuries for the stars to weaken, for the sky realm to fracture. Aurelia's repeated visits to Ilarion did exactly that. The void awakened. It took form as Noctur, a being of endless darkness, crowned with broken stars. He rose from the abyss, consuming constellations, erasing light from the sky. Balance has failed, Noctur declared. The princess of stars has chosen emotion over order. Therefore, all shall fall. Stars vanished. Night spread unnaturally across both realms. The Star Queen summoned Aurelia. "You have endangered everything," Salenthra said, her voice trembling with sorrow rather than anger. "I only wanted to help," Aurelia whispered. "The cost of love is sometimes the end of worlds," her mother replied. The prophecy returned, clearer than ever. She must choose, sky or earth, eternity or humanity. Noctur descended upon Ilarion first. Cities crumbled, hope faded. Kyle stood against the darkness with nothing but a sword and a will to protect others. When Aurelia saw him surrounded by shadow, she made her decision. She descended in full celestial form, her starlight blazing across the sky like a second dawn. Mortals fell to their knees as the Princess of Stars revealed herself. Noctur laughed. "You would abandon eternity for them?" Aurelia raised her hands, stars gathering around her. "I would give it willingly." To destroy the void, Aurelia had to seal it using pure starlight, the very essence of her being. Once released, she would no longer belong to the heavens. The Star Queen watched from above, tears falling like meteors. "Forgive me," Aurelia whispered to the sky. Then she unleashed herself. Light exploded across the world. Constellations burned into the darkness, binding Noctur and shattering him into nothingness. The void screamed and was gone. When the light faded, Aurelia collapsed. Her crown dissolved, her glow dimmed. The stars in her eyes faded to mortal brown. Kale caught her before she hit the ground. The sky above Ilarion cleared for the first time in generations. Stars returned, brighter than ever, but one was missing. The Princess of Stars was gone. In her place lay a human woman, fragile and breathing. "She's alive," Kale whispered, disbelief flooding his voice. The Star Queen turned away from the heavens. Her daughter had chosen, and the cosmos honored it. Years passed. Ilarion healed. Kale and Aurelia lived quietly among the people, helping rebuild what was lost. Aurelia no longer wielded celestial magic, yet her presence inspired hope wherever she went. At night, she still looked at the stars. "They seem closer now," Kale said once. Aurelia smiled. "Maybe they're learning to listen." High above, a new constellation formed, one shaped like a woman reaching downward, her hand extended toward the world. The people named it the Fallen Star, but the heavens knew her true name, Aurelia, the princess who chose love over eternity, the star that gave up the sky to save the world. And because of her sacrifice, the stars would never again shine in silence. Thanks for watching.